Well, hello and welcome everyone, and to joining us from across the world. Welcome to the 2025 Predator European Championships. We're bringing you these matches today from the beautiful city of Tallinn here in Estonia, and the match being played today is 10-ball losers qualification, so sudden death. I'm Gethin Davis, and I'm joined here today in the commentating booth with Joris van Amersfoort. And welcome. It's going to be an exciting game, Joris.
Hi, good evening, well, good afternoon, Gethin. One correction to you, this is no longer the loser qualification, we are already into the last 64. So this match is at the single knockout stage. And it's a match between Estonia guy Dennis Grabe versus SOLA.
So the local favourite, Joris.
Yeah, I think so.
Expecting big things.
He must be the favourite of this match, isn't he?
Well, I would definitely say so. However, not having seen SOLA play before, it'll be interesting to see how he comes out of the blocks. He's just made a cracking break by all accounts. Was fortunate not to scratch. The cue ball did look like it was heading that way. Having a look at Dennis sat in the seat there. This early in the match, I would expect safety to be the order of the day. I don't think there's any value in trying to attack anything from there. Oh, how'd you like that, Joris?
Well, that's amazing. That's perfectly played. Found the spot behind the 6, and Dennis is quite quick in making his choice. Got a perfect roll there.
Yeah, that looked rather casual.
Yeah, he didn't take too much time to calculate that kick. So, all good for now.
Do you think that's his plan today, Joris? Just come out firing and just give SOLA no no clue of what's going to happen next.
That might be a game plan. I do know that Dennis is quite a quick player. Ante missed the whole one ball, so ball in hand now for Dennis. I know he can be a quick player. He loves to play more in a higher pace, especially when things are going his way.
Yeah, well, whatever tactic he did choose to use, or whatever the plan was, it certainly worked, because he just turned the position around where I thought SOLA was in an absolute fantastic position, and then he goes to having ball in hand. However, did he just put that 5 ball?
Yeah, and I assumed that the 5 ball was not available at the moment, so he tried to develop it, but it doesn't look like it worked out for him, because I don't think this 5 ball passes the 7.
No, so we'll be looking to make contact with these, I would guess, and hoping to come out with.
And again, it didn't work out for him. Another kick. No, missed it by a hair.
Okay. Well, so far it doesn't look like they're hanging around. It would be interesting to see if that's SOLA's natural pace, and that if he will keep up, because that's something that players tend to do, and if it's not, then the Croatian really needs to, keep his own pace. He's clearly had a few matches under the belt. This will be interesting with the shot clock. The shot clock today of 30 seconds with a 25-second extension per rack per player. So you just had a little look at the clock there, if you noticed at home.
Yeah, I think it's 35 seconds and a notification at 10 seconds left.
Okay, thank you.
That's a smart move there. He opened up the 8-9. The 8 was kind of difficult, so this makes it much more easier to put the 8. Got a little bit unlucky to fall over the 8, so he needs to bridge high.
It's a good tester.
doesn't need to work with the cue ball, so just roll it in. Ooh, yeah,
Ooh,
that
no.
didn't work. Now let's see if Dennis is again quick in his decision, because this is not straightforward. Most easiest way is to bring the 7 ball to this short rail. Just a containing safety, because you will leave a wide open shot towards the 7.
Yeah, I think it was too difficult to ask for cover on the cue ball there, and Grabe taking the best opportunity of creating distance between these two. Let's see what SOLA does here.
Probably a spot behind the 9 and 8. Looking for it, but
He certainly
it
was.
Or is it?
Ooh,
No,
ooh.
it did work. That's a bonus.
What happened there? It just completely missed the 9 and didn't look like it. Oh, from the overhead you can see a great position there. Oh. I don't think Dennis is going to allow me the opportunity to talk in this match.
I don't think that both players will give, but especially not Dennis. All right. So, well, I don't know if you're on a tight schedule, Catherine, but you might be in time.
Now, that was a good test of cueing.
Yeah, so Ante Sola is from Croatia. That's quite clear from his shirt. I think he's the only Croatian left in the last 64.
Yeah, the Croatians have some really strong players. We bump into them quite often in and around the other tournaments. 2 brothers in particular. And yeah, it would be good to see if SOLA can give Dennis a run for his money here. And this would be the ideal start. You know, 2 good safeties. And although Dennis did have a good chance, this will be a very nice one to nip on his break, I believe.
Yeah, he kept his break here. So Ante Sola's first frame on the board.
And
1-0 up.
You can see over the match kicking over on table 2. We're streaming 2 matches to you with commentating right now, ladies and gentlemen. But please do stay here with us. This is going to be the thriller, we hope.
And expect.
Well, this is where we'll see what Dennis is delivering on the break. And one thing we've been finding is that those with the stronger break are starting to put the pressure on the opponent. So, ooh. Strong break, Joris, but...
Yeah, another shot. He brought the cue ball back to the bottom rail. That's where the 1 ball is usually going to also. But the 4 ball run in between. So this push out, and I assume this cue ball will be locked behind the 10. That would be the goal, I think.
Well, to be fair, Joris, I thought that push-out was a little bit nonchalant, and with 2 balls quite close to the 1, I felt there was always a good chance of SOLA grabbing a good safety there. He sadly didn't hold it behind the 10, and he's left Dennis.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's, again, very quick in this decision, also in that push-out. And I normally would like to push out to a position where the opponent really has the doubt, like, do I need to take this on? Do I have to give it back? And the position he pushed out now, there was not a single way that Ante would give that back.
And it was as if Dennis knew that, because he just went and sat straight back down in his chair. There was no, there's going to be no thinking about it.
Well, oh, that's another sloppy shot there.
Yeah.
Table was wide open, but didn't need to be even close to that 6 ball where he bumped in.
I do recall Dennis having the ability to be casual, but do you think this is the time now in the last 64 to...
Well, I do know that we said a lot of that about, for example, Mark Bijsterbos, who can also play like that, but we also know that it can work out very good for these type of players. So sometimes you just have to stick to your game plan.
No, absolutely, and you're quite right to point that out. It does work for the majority of players who feel that. However, as we've pointed out in matches before, this is alternate break, and it can sometimes just break their flow, and so it just adds that extra dimension to the types of players such as Dennis and possibly SOLA, who great bank shot. But
So let's see. Indeed, sometimes it can be overwhelming to an opponent, for example to Ante, to play against such a fast-paced player. Again, I don't like this shot.
I just made a little wince. I couldn't, feeling the shot there, and however, when you start making these shots,
that's it. If you keep on making them, it will impress your opponent too. Take an undercut shot. It's in.
Oh, full credit where it's due. And that's it. Dennis brings it back to 1-1, holds his break, and I'm sure we'll mention it a few more times, but his eagerness and lack of thinking between each shots. Well, I say lack of thinking, but he doesn't seem to dwell on his decision making. It is intimidating. That's the word you used, Joris. It's intimidating.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is quite interesting to see how Ante can hold himself with this pressure, this intimidation.
Do you think it might work the other way, Joris? Ante's thinking, I can see Dennis making some mistakes in this. So maybe if I, keep putting a little safety here and there, and watching Mr. Casual, not necessarily take the time and attention over getting out of the safety as well, he could pick up a few good chances in this match.
Yeah, I do know that if it runs against you, like players as Dennis, it feels like you're stepping in a trap, things are not running your way, you're getting more emotional, and if you play a lot of good safeties, that might be a game plan.
Well, we see a dry break from Ante there, and again a little bit sloppy on position, Joris.
I just nudged the free ball.
Okay, he
recovery shot.
He certainly got the ability.
Okay. Yeah, so probably stop shot, and needs to work on the 4-ball. So we might go up and down again. I don't see him checking up, or maybe he's playing jacked up.
He wants to keep you on your toes, Joris.
So key shot will be 6 to the 7. He can choose to shoot the 6 at the bottom left. He can draw this right now.
Yeah. Come down this side of the 7 with deep screw. Okay. So when they're going in, this is rather intimidating. It'll be interesting to see. Again, Ante's break was really good. He got good spin on the cue ball to hold it. It took a couple of knocks. It was very unfortunate to run dry. But this is not what you want to see when you sit back down in your chair when your opponent gets back to the table.
Yeah, he needs to make a choice now how to get on the 9. He can draw this straight to the left rail, or he can go top to the top rail and stay at the left side. I choose to cross it. Played it good.
You played it very well.
Yeah.
Well, it looks forever like the local favourite is going to take the lead after SOLA grabbing the first frame on his break. So that's the first taking of the opponent's break from Dennis. Oh, and as we look over at the other tables, the Predator Arc tables, it looks fantastic out there. I do like the stars around the tables. It looks great.
I love it, especially with the blue lightning on the ceiling. Gives you a real great atmosphere.
I mentioned it to Tim Duraude, and his response was, "There's many more stars out there, Gethin." And I couldn't disagree.
Well done. Yeah.
Okay, so good control of the cue. Wow. Good control of the cue ball, but again,
There's this one ball past the 7 to the side. Maybe the 9 ball is opening up the pocket.
I have to say, Joris, the way he's been cutting these balls, I wouldn't put it past him. No.
So he chose not to.
A lot of traffic there.
Yeah. So he also took away the jump shot.
Now, knowing these, knowing these young players, they have a very good ability to make these normally two cushion shots and playing them up the rail and either getting safe from it or making the pot. So this would be a great chance for him if he can get out of this and make the pot. Ooh.
Very
Where's
close.
the cue ball going?
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. Looked forever and a day that he'd potted it.
Yeah. So immediately some red flags, I think, for Antti. Not only he's trailing. Oh, what's that?
Well, it was tricky to find a good position on that 3, Joris. It was tricky, I get that, but he was looking to put that cue ball on the sixpence. Yeah, and he's elected to push the 10 against the 5. A good containing deliberate foul, I guess is how you would put it, especially for my friends back in the UK. However, he's got ball in hand and he's got every chance of either screwing off this into them or choosing to play an even better safety to have another bite of the cherry. What do you think here, Joris? He's going to try screwing?
Yeah, I think you have to try to open it up, screw it straight back into the 5. Remind yourself that you must hit the 5, because if you hit no ball, then you're going to stuck yourself. But he did an amazing job.
Yeah, that was very nice. There was always a chance that he was going to rub off the side of the 5 and leave nothing. This is definitely an opportunity.
Got a little bit more angle on the 6 ball than he wanted, so needs to travel 2 options, straight back to the right rail or through the corner. I'll have to go straight to the rail. Yeah, that's it.
Got a little bit tasty with the spin. We'll probably play the long 9 rather than try and get shape for the middle pocket. But should
keep it easy.
Natural. Yeah.
Need a little bounce there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So now I can cross to the other side and shoot the 10 in the same pocket.
Yeah, he's just a little bit awkward with his bridge hand on the cushion there. Just wanted to make doubly sure. Can always be a bit tricky. Yeah. Well, that was. This is a good return.
It is definitely, and especially after that weird mistake on the position by Dennis. And
yeah, I mean, would you consider that again part of the casualness? And I don't know, but that was a rare mistake.
I think he really relied on his capability to find that small position just next to the 8 ball, 10 ball. Probably had some body movement during that shot already, or was it real loss of focus?
Yeah. Also, Joris, TV table, you know, plays a little bit differently, and maybe it's Dennis hasn't had too much table time on the TV table, so playing delicate shots like that really do need the finesse and understanding of, you know, the timing and the pace. So, you know, I thought it was a brave shot myself. I did think it was a brave shot. I thought there were other options when he had ball in hand, but I can see what he was trying to do.
Indeed, and also the choice to make a deliberate fall and an intentional fall straight after that mistake. I think he took like 5 seconds to make the decision.
Yeah.
Where I think there were maybe better options to make the kick. I think the cue ball, the object ball was not far away from a straight line.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's there.
He was looking at it. And that would be the way that he's going at the moment, you know. I think that casualness might end up biting him a little bit. I'm sure he's hoping it doesn't. It'd be if Antti doesn't get dragged into it and keeps him in his own frame, I think there's every chance of Antti causing a little upset here. So if Dennis can hear me, hopefully that will give him a little spur on.
So key shot is coming up after this shot. The 7 ball, of course, goes into the side pocket. But you really need a good position on it. And I'm not quite sure if the 8 passes the 10 ball. I think so, he's checking it. But you need a perfect angle on the 7 to avoid the kiss 58.
Yeah, if you look from this angle, if you see from this camera angle, Joris, that 7 ball he's got to have this cue ball on a sixpence. He's just come good, I think.
Yeah, I think it's fair. It's fine.
So it's all about the 8 ball passing the 10 here.
Rod in. Yeah, that's good. So it's quite clear that the 8 passes the 10, and then all hard work has been done.
Yes, and then it should be
tight, apparently.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Again, he doesn't even seem to be standing fully upright before he's playing his next shot. Well done, Dennis. So, he nips that one in the bud and returns the favour of going against the break, and now it's Dennis's break, so he'll be looking now to stamp some authority with a good break and run even, and he's certainly got it in his arsenal. He's just fallen a little bit naughty on the 1 ball each time in the last few breaks he's had. He was snookered on one and he was not really left with anything but a bank on the last one. He's down and walloped them. And
again, another shot. So the 6 ball is gone. He has a shot on the 1, but the 3 ball blocks it. Probably plays a stop shot behind the 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, he's played that a bit casually, and you know the way these guys jump and come off rails, trying to get as close to that object ball, the 10 in this case, is the order of the day, and leaving gaps like that just opens up so many more options for him. Again, it's still a difficult shot, don't get me wrong. He called the pocket, I believe.
Yeah, in the corner. Just a 1 real kick shot on the 1.
Ooh.
Ooh. Still running. Ooh. It's a real. Nah.
Oh.
Close to be lucky, but.
And it would have left the 1 ball in a difficult position for Dennis. He came around the back of it. I think he was looking for the 1 rail.
So I'm curious to see how Dennis will play this. You can, of course, play from below the 10. I'm happy he's having an extra look this time. If you go from below the 10, you will run into the 4. So I think you should find position in the gap. That makes it much easier to travel from the 3 to the 4 ball.
And the camera angle there showed us perfectly what he was looking for. And he's found the gap again. Yeah, when he gets his head in there, he doesn't take long to make his decisions at all. It just goes to show the pool brain he's got.
Yeah, it's kind of a roadmap from here.
Yeah. I think Dennis will be hoping it to be the same. Yeah. You were right, a roadmap. And Dennis really looking like when he does get his head down and he's in the balls, he's formidable. And that will be playing on Anti's mind as Dennis takes a 2-frame lead with Anti to break. So, I haven't been paying attention where Anti's been breaking from in the box, but in the breaking from with the cue ball, but it'll be interesting.
From straight center he's been breaking.
So most players electing to do that, not many at all choosing what I would call the cut break, trying to get the one ball tracking towards the middle pocket. I saw a few early day one, but most of them electing to come down here, and as it's been mentioned before, it tracks the 9 in this case and the 6 towards the middle pocket. The 6 was going, got nudged out the way.
Yeah, another dry break, but no position on the 1. So a push out needed, and a push out not taken on within a second.
Yeah, that was about the longest I think I've seen him take over a shot. I hope Dennis listens back to this.
Now, I think I would give this one back. The normal route would be banking the 1 towards this short rail, but of course the 5 and the 9 are in the way for that shot. So well, I agree with Antti to give it back.
Oh, yes. He's done that really well.
Yeah.
Really well. I was looking more about playing the 1 ball straight and then looking for a collision on the 5 to bring the 1 ball over this side while the cue ball tracked over. But he's done it clean.
It is, it is. There was a small gap to play the 1 ball, but he found it.
He could pop this if he comes round just right round the back of the 2 here. There is every chance.
I just run in the 2.
However,
the 1 ball is available to the other corner. Yeah, you really gotta be a rapper to comment on Dennis. Huh?
Absolutely.
Now look at the free ball, Kevin. You
Yeah,
think he's going to draw these 2 rails out?
I think he has to. I don't think there's any. Unless there's an Efren Reyes swear
exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
we think alike.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that way. But I don't think Dennis does.
No.
Look at that, straight down. No call.
Hidden out.
And oh, that can be a little bit soul destroying.
Another nice roll.
Yeah. Can he see an edge? This camera angle is sort of giving us the inkling that he might.
Can he go for the cut next to the 6?
Well, that would be, he's had a look at it.
Yeah.
Oh. This would be a turn up for the books.
Oh, very close. Was a nice effort.
Really was, and I think he would have had perfect shape on the 4.
Yeah, probably, without that kiss.
Yeah.
So too bad. It was an opportunity for Antti.
Yeah, he's shaking his head there, but I mean, full kudos to him. He went for it, and that was a great looking shot, and it would have given him every chance of closing this out. Sadly, it's now handed it to Dennis, who clearly wants to make short work of it. Yeah, just wondering if he wants to finish high or low on the 8.
Draw straight back in the line between the 9 and the 10.
Yeah, he's certainly got the pace of the table down, hasn't he?
Definitely.
And for someone who is so casual and, you know, normally drills the balls in, he's got a lovely little touch on him as well. I'll give that to Dennis. He's got a really nice touch.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. Still one of the more underestimated players, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
On the main field.
However, is always in there and in the final stages. You know, his name comes up so often. And with Ante now 5-2 down with Dennis to break, he's going to be looking for Dennis to, I don't know, scratch off the break, but he's going to be looking to get back to the table here and want to get his off in the door. Oh, little clip on the 2, pushed it into the middle. And he's come out of that okay, Joris.
Yeah. Yeah, needs a good hit on the 4-5. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, yeah. Well, this could be the key shot. I think if he can negotiate a good position on the 5, he might just sacrifice what he's got and just suck the ball back and try and deaden it as much as possible. But if he can see a gap and a way to push it through, which he has. Oh, and the running side.
That's yeah. Great positional shot there. Yeah, I've been checking the stats from Dennis, and the last time, or the only time he won a Euro Tour, was back in 2019.
God, that must show you how much talent is in the pool playing in the European Championships and on the Euro Tours right now. Predator have got some players on their hands, huh?
Definitely.
If Dennis can only claim 1 title and he's capable of playing like this, then that really just goes to show the level that the players are now attaining, especially the youth players. They're really forcing everyone to shift up their game, and it's good to see everyone responding. Yeah.
So another quick run out.
Yep, on his break and run. Asking a bigger question of Ante now. Was that him running off for a break? I didn't quite catch that. Oh no, I think he was just doing the score.
Still in the arena.
Yeah.
So we had a discussion on who's favorite for the title of this European 10 ball for this year. But if you take a look at the field, then you can just name like 10, 15 players who are all very capable of winning that title.
Absolutely. And we could be looking at one of the favourites right now, in all fairness. I was listening in to Pascal and Graham commentating earlier, and they were running through a few of their choices, and it's difficult to pick.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, like a lot of them had Vlahanovic as their favorite, but in the former match we could see him lose to Luca Men.
Yeah, yeah. Good performance. Went right to the wire.
We've seen Felix Vogel win again. Is now into the last 32. He's of course a very young player. Oh, this is a miss.
Oh, I thought there was a chance he would leave it safe even if he did rattle it. That's unfortunate. He had a good break there, but had a little bit of what Dennis was having earlier, which was nothing on the 1 ball to really allow him to continue. And he went for the cut, but left it open for Dennis, and Oof. I could see that going wrong as well. It looked like it was tracking the wrong side of the 5 there, but all under control from Dennis. No. He's straight on this, and the 5 passes the 10, so he just deadens it. Yeah, not good signs for Antti, I'm afraid.
No, this is probably going towards a hill position for Dennis Grabe.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to have a little bit of work to do from the 9 to the 10, but where he's
This
put
is
the
just
cue ball
perfect.
now. Yeah.
Screw it back towards the side pocket.
Yeah, that's good pool knowledge there. A lot of other players would have left a bit of an angle and you have to move the cue ball around, but finishing straight on it like that just limits your options, but makes it a bit more of a solid positional shot. And
yeah, that's a quick 7-2. So it's looking like, to be honest, going to be a quick session for us, Kevin.
Yeah, it does. And I'm just having a look now. We've been given a good view of the other of table 2, and I was just having a quick look to see if I could get an update on the score there. If you get there before me, please do let me know. I think, hang on, I haven't updated the score, and that will be why. It is 5-3 currently to Jose Alberto Delgado, who's 5-3 up against Michael Schneider. So that's got a lot of pool left in.
So a decent break, decent result. Of course, this 1 and 2 are all in the open, and the issue will be the free ball that's hanging there with the 10 ball lovely at the side cushion.
What are you thinking, Joris? The bank, because it's slightly off the cushion?
Yeah, he's taking on the cut. He was looking at the cut, but now he's taking on the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, he's called the bank. The cue ball's going to be running around 3 angles here. Should finish nice on the 6 if it's about pace.
Wow. This cuts to the side, but it's a little bit of a 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the side pocket is a big pocket right now with the 10. Oh, yeah. Oh.
These Predator arc tables are not as forgiving as you want them to be.
So it went from the jaw to the jaw to the 10 to the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Wiped his feet.
Pinball.
Okay.
But this is the end of the match, Kevin. It's very quick.
Very quick indeed. I hope everyone at home's enjoyed it.
Congratulations, Dennis Grabe